Hello students, welcome to my lecture. Let us take a problem on collisions and center of mass topic. This question appeared in IIT-JEE Mains 2023. So the question as follows. A nucleus disintegrates into two smaller parts which have their velocities in the ratio 3:2. The ratio of their nuclear sizes will be. So we need to calculate the size of the nucleuses. So the very well known formula here, the radius of the nucleus. The radius of the nucleus is given by Fermi's empirical formula. That is R is equal to R naught is a fixed value a power 1 by 3. So A is the mass number of that nucleus. Okay, so let us come to the question here. A nucleus disintegrates into two smaller parts. So there is a big nucleus which is at rest. Due to some internal mechanism, it breaks into two smaller parts. So M1 will move with a velocity V1 in this direction. Then M2 will move in this direction with a velocity V2 just to conserve the linear momentum. So initial linear momentum of the system, when it is at rest, it will be 0. So to make final is also 0, both are going in the opposite direction. So final linear momentum will be is M1 V1 plus M2 into minus V2. So conservation of linear momentum leads here M1 V1 minus M2 V2 will be is equal to 0. So from here M1 V1 will be is equal to M2 V2. So they have given the velocity ratio. So that means what I get here, M1 by M2 will be is equal to V2 by V1. So the ratio V2 by V1, V1 is to V2 is 3:2, then reverse we need to write here. That is M2 by M1 will be is equal to, V1 by V2. So that is M2 by M1 will be is equal to V1 by V2 value is 3:2. So now I need to talk about the radius. So once I know the mass of the nucleus, I can relate with the radius here. So mass can be written as density into volume. So density into volume. Volume is 4 by 3 pi r cube. 4 by 3 pi r2 cube divided by rho 4 by 3 pi r1 cube is equal to 3 by 2. Remember, density of the nucleus is constant. For any nucleus it is constant. That is R2 by R1 whole cube will be is equal to 3 by 2. Okay. So from here R2 by R1 will be is equal to 3 by 2 whole power 1 by 3. But I require the reverse. That is R1 by R2 will be is equal to 2 by 3 into whole power 1 by 3. So clearly the x value is 2. Clearly the x value will be is 2 here. Okay. So quite simple. So you need to remember this formula for the radius. The size means it is radius here. Then the idea, a bigger nucleus is breaking into two smaller parts. That is the idea of conservation of linear momentum. This is the problem just like gun and bullet problem. So gun and bullet problem, the same thing. So bullet goes in the forward direction, the gun comes back in the backward direction. Okay, so thank you for watching my class. Please subscribe and share to your friends.